Hey everybody, this is Royal Syrup Gamer. I'm finally getting around to doing all of this editing for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I don't have all of the footage, some of it got corrupted, and the rest of it lost the audio, so I just have the video, so I'm recording some audio to overlay on the tracks here, so you'll get to see as much of it as I can show you. So thanks for sticking through this series, even though I haven't posted in almost 4 months, and I hope you enjoy this finale for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 is coming up soon, so if you like this, hopefully you'll tune into that one. Thanks again for watching THPS 3. Alright, so this is my gold medal run for the Tokyo competition, and you got to do this first grind around these rails really well. That was not actually that great compared to what it could have been. That's why I went back and did it a second time, because this is worth a lot of points. Like, you can get hundreds of thousands of points just from this one rail. Like, right now I'm over, I don't know, I'm over 100,000 already. There you go. 102,000 points. And so that's a very important place to start for this, is to get all those rails on the side, because you can link a bunch of tricks together. And then I just get in here and do a bunch of like my kickflip, McTwist, and all that stuff. Bail on this Benihana, but that one score that I had, that giant 102,000 point score, is going to be enough for me to get a good score. I actually come back over here and try those rails again and add a lot of points back on. And this one I don't think is quite 100,000. That was a mistake, but it actually ended up being not such a bad mistake. But I do add a good, like, because I get that Casper grind in there, 99,000 points on that. So that's a really good way to start, and even with that bail, my average score was over 96, which is, you know, puts you in a pretty good position. My second run was my second best run. My third run isn't, I didn't even leave it in here when I edited this video, because my third run was pretty low, and I was nervous about actually losing. Threw in a McTwist there, and then try to get myself lined up better. And kickflip, backflip. So, you know, trying to get this rail ride going here. And I don't remember, oh, that's why it was only 50,000, I was going to say. I don't remember if I had a bad bail on this one as well, but my points were a lot lower because I didn't connect two 100,000 point tricks. There's my bail right there on something that shouldn't have been a bail. I really just screwed that up. So, but to have a good score, you have to kind of hit this one once. There's a nice handstand. Hopefully I do a manual here. Yeah, Casper. So that's how it got me up over, that was a 100,000 point trick, but I still have a lot fewer points. There were a couple special moves in there, and that's how I got my my second best score for this this heat, which was like around 94, 95.2. I got really nervous about, here I am being very nervous about whether I won or not, but they didn't, because my heat 3 scores were not very good. And but after I checked through, they showed me the scores, and Jeff Raleigh didn't make enough points in the final round for to overcome the lead I already had from my first 2 good rounds. So that got me the gold medal for Tokyo, and then I go to the cruise ship to finish up some of the tricks from there. Before heading off to the cruise ship, though, I had to do a couple of the tricks in Los Angeles, or a couple of tapes in Los Angeles. The first one was to come up this grind rail and block the car chase. And you got to go along this like messed up interstate thing and grind over here, and when you grind on that car, it blocks the van, and then the police can apprehend the vehicle. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out where that car was. Like, I knew it was up there, but I just couldn't remember like where it was, and then I realized you had to grind on it to get it down. So I had to do that one, and then there were a couple more that I had to do. I was really worried about getting this 400,000.6 score here in Los Angeles, but I realized that if you can put together some of these really good combos on these rails, and then up here you can manual into this, you can get some really good quick points off of that. Like, within the first 20 seconds I'm already at 120,000 points, which, you know, isn't actually enough. I guess for 20 seconds it would be enough. You'd be almost 600,000 points, but you just can't do it a whole lot. So I just kept saying, like, all right, I know I'm going to get decreased points every time I do this. Let's go impossible, get as many different combo multipliers as I can. Try to remember to get my use my special grinds and my special manuals if I can remember to get them. And I actually started off there. That's another good one. I was like, okay, I'm almost done 300,000. Just keep going. Just keep getting these grinds. And, you only have to do like one more good grind with a minute left. Because each grind you can get, like if you do it right, you can get between 100 and 150,000 points. But again, it's the more times you do the same moves, like the impossible or, your special moves, like I messed that up really bad. It's diminishing returns, so you don't get as many points when you redo that. So, like there was 19,000. So, of course, now I still need 73,000 points, which is not easy to do without some really good, combos. So I'm just like comboing around here, like getting basically nothing to try to get some points. I got 52,000 out of that because a lot of those combo points, and I was like, well, what I got to do if I can just throw together some like vert tricks here. Like I know I could do a McTwist. I know I could do, a couple hold tricks, the rocket air. I don't remember what else I did. Did I just do another McTwist? Pizza guy. Like I was getting super, super nervous, and I was like, all right, well, maybe I can like just get one more of these for 7,000 right there. That's like, right there is like 9,000. I was like, all right, I got it. It's a really tough one to do. Very pumped. If you could see my picture, I've got it covered up, but I'm very pumped about that. Getting the secret tape's actually not that hard because you know where it is the whole time you're doing this level. It's visually like available. It's not hidden. It's just the secret tape's hard to get to. You start off by grinding up this wire just like when you want to block the car chase, but you have to go kind of a different direction. So after you get through here, go up onto this ledge up here. I fell down. But you get up on that ledge, and then you ride along that ledge for a little bit. And you have to do a couple of platform hops, and you'll be able to see that here in a minute when I get up there. So you get this platform, messed up again, across here. You get a point if you can, I missed it, but you can get a point from that. And then you turn sideways, and if you can make that jump, which I missed again right there, that's where the secret tape is. So it's actually not very hard to get once you know where you're going to go. So let's try this one more time. To get my last tape in Los Angeles. And once you get all the tapes in Los Angeles, that finishes the actual... I messed up again, jeez. I probably was like upset, right? Like, obviously I've covered up my face because my commentary here doesn't match, my commentary from 5 months ago, but I was pretty annoyed at myself here. I believe this is the time when I get it. All right, then you stop, line yourself up, and do the jump, because there's a rail to grind on. So, all right, so that finishes up LA. No problems with that. And then I have a few things on the cruise ship. Most of my footage from the cruise ship did get corrupted, but I do have a little bit of it because I recorded it in 2 different days. The first one that I have here is trashing the museum. Just got to go in and like break all the artifacts on the walls and stuff like that. I think this was actually my first run on the cruise ship at all. So maybe you just have to break out all the windows. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's just break out all the windows. I don't think you actually have to break the stuff on the walls. I'm not 100% sure though. I guess we'll see what I do because I don't really remember either. Let's see if I break this last one out, if that gets me to trash the cruise ship. Or trash the, oh, there you go. You have to grind on there. And it takes the propeller down. And, yeah. That guy's like, whoa. And then he gets shut off into the sea. That's pretty funny. That's definitely like 90s humor right there. And then that finishes trashing the museum. So you just have to grind on that, I guess. You don't have to break out all the windows to trash the museum. So that was my first task that I completed on the cruise ship. The second task I chose to do on the cruise ship was impress the Neversoft girls. So Neversoft was either the publisher or the developer of this game. I think it was Activision was the publisher and Neversoft was the developer. And there are 7 women wearing Neversoft shirts on the cruise ship. And you just have to do like, I don't know, it's not very high points, like 2,000 or 3,000 point tricks in front of all of them. So the hardest part is just figuring out where all 7 of them are, because like doing a trick, like right here, I impressed her with a 2,000, nope, that wasn't enough. That 5,200 point trick impressed her, so it's not like you have to do something difficult. I think I impressed 2 girls at one time with that first one because like there were 2 that were standing close enough together. So like right there, I did a kickflip, backflip. I landed it even though I bailed, so that gets me an impressed girl, which is very, like I said, very 90s. It's like, oh, these girls are impressed by your skateboarding because, you know, the late 90s and early 2000s was a different time. There's another one right there. So you just got to make sure that you know where all these girls, there's another one right there, where all these girls, 2 of them. I think what did I do? Is that enough to get both of them? Yeah, there's 6 of them. And I got to go find the 7th one. Is she the one that's standing over there? No. I meant to drop down there. Oh, maybe that was it right there. Was that woman? Well, let's see. I don't like how they call like women girls either. That kind of bothers me. It's like the Neversoft girls. There's the 7th one right there. So that's what I did to impress them. You just got to go find them throughout the ship in order to do that. This part of the tasks that I still have footage for was getting the pro score, and I'd already gotten the I don't know what it's called. The 100,000 was the first one. So I don't know what it goes, pro and then something and then sick, or if pro is second. But it seems like there's at least one place where you can rack up like giant combos. Like right there's 128,000 points. In every level there's somewhere you can get these like giant combos. So like, well, she got in my way there, but like I do like a grab move to like a manual, I think is what that is. And then you can do a couple of if you're careful, let's see if I can do it here, manual, and you get on the inside, you can do like, what is that, 2 grinds and 2 flips right there, and there's 42,000, and that wasn't nearly as good as the first one, but if you're only going, like, I think this is 225,000 points to get this one, like, you only need to do it 3 times, and I think that's mostly how I didn't do very well there. I think that's pretty much mostly how I did the top score as well, is, you know, something like that. So just like with the Los Angeles grinding to get that 400,000 point score tape, it's pretty much what I did here to get the score tapes. This is the only one I have footage of, unfortunately, and I think it's either 225 or 250, so we'll see here in a minute, but it's a good place to get your points right here at the very beginning of the level. I don't know why I did a pizza guy there. That's foolish. You can get a lot of points by doing something else besides that. Plenty of time left, though. I probably was not sweating this as much because, like, oh man, I have real problems trying to get to that inside. I think I was just like, screw this. I'm just going to do like a bunch of rail slides. Maybe at this point I was getting a little bit nervous because, you know, I was trying to get to 225. You guys can't see my face, but my face in this video, like, I'm definitely upset. I'm like, I'm not going to do this. And then I get right back up here, and I was like, oh, right here I can just do this and get to my 225. That's what it was, 225. So there's 2 tapes at once right there. All right, the final thing that I have any video for, sorry, there's like the skate and the nose blunt slide that's really easy that I don't have video for because it was corrupted. And then, of course, the hard one is the top score. Again, don't have video because it was corrupted. Was getting this tape. All you gotta do is grind up there and do a couple of turns, and that's pretty much it. So thanks again for watching. I know a couple of you really cared about this series, so I wanted to make sure I got as much footage out as I could. So thanks again for watching this, and I'll see you next time.